and levels of obesity and smoking and all those negatives. So I think really the very positive thing about UK City of Culture status for Hull was it meant that we were being seen in a completely different light for arts and culture that had never really been showcased before. Mm-hmm. And I think it gave Hull a sense of pride in that, and also said, actually what you think about Hull isn't actually what Hull's like. So I think the publicity we had and the fact that we had visitors to actually come and see for themselves, I think they were, for me, the really positive outcomes of City of Culture.
Okay, brilliant. And so how do you think art and culture, thinking about it in terms of the arts, how do you think that can be used to transform normal people's lives in a city?
Well, I think that we expect in schools, don't we, that children should have access to the arts and should have access to culture and music as part of their education. And I think people recognise that actually for your own mental health and well-being, it's good to go to the cinema or go to an art gallery or to play music or listen to music. These are all things that enrich our lives. And I think, in Hull, at times things are tough and it's hard and, jobs aren't always as plentiful as we'd like. So I think the opportunity to engage and be involved in culture is really important. So one example I always think was really great was there's a big council estate in Hull, Orchard Park, and during City of Culture, artists went up there and they worked with the community, and they had what was called a handmade parade, and they made these huge big papier-mâché puppets and they paraded through the council estate, and that engaged families and children and gave a sense of well-being and was fun. And I think that was really important, that the arts go to where people live. We don't just expect people to go into the city centre and go to the theatre or go to the art gallery, but we have arts and culture out in the local area. So another good example was the North Point Shopping Centre, where the arts went to North Point and put on some productions. So again, I think it's well-being and improving people's lives, but doing it where they are rather than expecting people to go to where the art is.